Pineapples on pizza is purely preposterous. Pineapples on pizza is purely poisonous. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Generic Commentary YouTuber talks about what he sees as being news.
Well, I'm hoping we get closure tonight and we can move on to the next cause. But we're here supporting Taco Bell tonight, and that's what's important.
Shane Dawson uploaded more of his feature-length films in which he talks about things, and in the most recent one spent a lot of time talking about the rumor that Chucky Cheese reuses uneaten pieces of pizza, making whole pizzas out of leftovers. Ethan from H3 Ball Rider had this to say.
It's not rocket science.
For more on this, we go to our reporter in the field, Jake. Thank you, Jake. I'm here at Lake Stanky Watakuchi, and I'm here to confirm that water's wet. Thanks, Jake. It is an odd situation indeed, and there are a lot of questions that have not been answered. Why don't the pepperonis ever line up? Why is there so often a single piece way shorter or longer than the other pieces? Why did Ross and Rachel have such a complicated relationship? Why doesn't FouseyTube just give up already? Now, the pizza peddling rat company isn't really saying much about what is really going on here. They've just denied the allegation that the pizza is reused. Obviously, it's insane to believe that Chucky Cheese has just somehow been getting away for all these decades reserving used pieces of pizza to people. That's insane. They're not doing that. They're doing something else, and they just don't want to explain. And it would make sense if they're just trying to use this to get people to come into their store, because now their name is all over social media again. Think about it. When was the last time Chuck E. Cheese was in the news, and it wasn't because some parent stabbed another parent or something? But honestly, as long as they don't answer the question, people are going to wonder, and it will remain a rumor. It may even outlast Fortnite, because Fortnite is finally dying. Okay, well, maybe it's not dying yet, but Apex Legends is definitely taking a lot of its audience. Apex Legends is another battle royale shooter that takes place in the Titanfall universe. It doesn't have all the jump jets, the Titans, and some of the other really cool stuff, but it's a first-person shooter. And you can slide. Okay, so at its core, it's just another shooty platoony game, but it's got so much more than that. Instead of having multiple game modes for squads, solos, and duos, they just have one game mode. 3-man. Now, you can be a deserter and ditch your team and fly off into the sunset by yourself and hope that maybe you'll survive. Or you can man up, to go with your team, and get them killed because you're a level 1 noob to their, level 100 boss. Every time I play this game, I always get matched up with people that are so much more experienced than me, and the game's only been out for a week and a half. Now, one could argue that Apex has stolen a lot of Fortnite's streamer viewership on Twitch. Just a little. Just a little bit. Now, while I was a little skeptical about Apex Legends, it's so much better than Fortnite. Oh my word, I can't stand Fortnite. This game is so much better. It's even better than the blackout mode that they put in Call of Duty. I love this game mode. But all that aside, hopefully we can finally be done with the default dancing cringe fest known as Fortnite being shoved in our faces every second of every freaking day. Look, I know Fortnite's not gonna die, alright? I just want it to stop being so overhyped. Now we just have to hope that Apex doesn't end up dealing with copyright issues like Fortnite has. Speaking of copyright issues, by the way, about 10 months back, in the year of our Dark Lord 2018, a trend began that just refuses to die. This is back when Twitch streamer Alinity found out that PewDiePie had called her and some other female streamers thoughts, and she got frustrated, then threatened to copy strike him.
Stupid Twitch thoughts.
Gonna copy strike him.
Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video, like right now?
Ever since then, copyright strikes have been referred to, ironically and more disappointingly, unironically, as copy strikes. It's called copyright strike, you morons. Please, learn the terminology. As one person tweeted, I can't stand how many people unironically call it copy striking. I agree. Now, copyright system abuse has been a big problem on YouTube for, a long time, and it's actually getting worse, which is hard to believe. It's not often that a copyright strike is placed on a YouTuber by another YouTuber. It's normally like companies trying to take advantage of the fact that the system is heavily in their favor. Just trying to cash in a little while they can, know what I'm saying? But more recently, it seems like there's been a sudden surge in abuse of the copyright system at a big level. MrBeast, for example, who's known for mind-numbingly dumb stunts that no one should ever have any interest in watching, and spending insane amounts of money on fairly dumb experiments and games that everyone wants to watch, including me. But most importantly, he's known for saving PewDiePie from T-Series. He recently had a video that was claimed because they sang a few lines of a famous song a cappella. But the funny thing about this situation is, it was claimed for a different song and different artist.
And on a prayer. Didn't use a beat or anything, we just sung the song. So I don't think that's claimable, but whatever. But the interesting thing is this is claimed by Pascal. Living on a Prayer is by Bon Jovi. And Living on a Prayer's record label, as you see, this is his official channel, is UMG. This is claimed by Sony. I don't know. I don't think they own UMG. I don't know too much about this type of stuff. I guess we sung Living on a Prayer, and that's why we got claimed. Even though we didn't use the song, we just sung it. And then this Pascal guy, who doesn't even own the song, claimed it because of, let's find his song. Where's his? Right here. This one, Living On.
Now, when you copyright claim content, you have to have a reason. You have to give a certain amount of reasons for like why you claim that you own this content. And they did, but that's where the problem is. First of all, the artist that claimed the video has nothing to do with the band that sang the song that they were singing. It's an entirely different song that has two of the same words in it. Now, unfortunately, it seems since this Pascal person owns the copyright to singing the words Living On, I can't play his audio. It'll be fun to see if he tries to claim this video too now. I'm gonna link below to the video that MrBeast supposedly stole content from, and you go ahead and give it a listen and tell me if it sounds anything like Living on a Prayer. If you don't feel like it and want to take my word for it, trust me, they don't sound alike. It's such a bizarre situation that it's physically painful to me. Unlike this next situation, which is physically painful to me, but for an entirely different reason. JustDestiny, you probably know from the last 2 weeks or so of drama. Here to explain the situation is JustDestiny. So here's a super basic summary. This little kid named Lieutenant Cobra made a video about me, making super thin claims about my use of kids in my content and thumbnails. I wasn't happy with the video, so I copyright struck the video, sent a cease and desist, and threatened to sue Lieutenant Cobra. Yeah, he's 15. His video was fair use, and I legally didn't have any right whatsoever to abuse copyright law to take it down. But it's a nuanced situation. Why am I still getting hate? Look, I'm sorry, but I'm a 21-year-old man that never learned how to handle being criticized. Okay, that's enough of that. Just gonna try and spin your story again, huh? Oh, come on. Subscribe to T-Series. Okay. Well, the thing I found painful was, how sore my ribs got laughing at what happened next. In response to all the backlash he got, he uploaded a video called Mob Mentality, in which he talked about mob mentality. This video had two very ironic results. In the video, he explains to his audience how horrible he feels with all the harassment he's getting, but then downplays all of his behavior that he's had through the entire thing. And in one shocking turn of irony that no one could have seen coming, Destiny's fans lashed out at anyone speaking poorly of Destiny. However, in a second turn of irony, the Mob Mentality video by JustDestiny got copyright strike. The video was apparently struck by the artist of this image, which Destiny for some reason decides to use for the background of this entire video, which also coincidentally happens to be the #1 search if you Google Mob Mentality. So he literally just went to Google Images, typed in Mob Mentality, and went with the first image that showed up. So not only did he manipulate the situation to make it seem like he was being harassed by thousands of people before he struck Cobra's video, most people didn't say anything at all until after he struck the video. And on top of that, Cobra only had about 2,000 subscribers or something like that when he released the video, meaning most likely he only had at most 1,000 subs that were actually active enough on the channel to go and watch the video and maybe leave comments and all that. There's a huge difference between the number of likes on a video, views on a video, and number of subscribers on a channel. If you look at the comment section of pretty much any video, the number of comments to the number of views, there's a huge gap there. Because of the way the situation blew up, Cobra's video probably has a lot more comments and likes and views on it now. But at the time, I wonder what it was at. I can almost guarantee you it wasn't even 1,000 comments. If people don't care enough to leave a comment on the video, you really think they're gonna go out and go find the person that was talked about and go harass them, but then say nothing to the person that went through all the hard work of making the video, not saying this is disgusting or I agree or very funny or anything, nothing. Just leaving a blank space, but then going off to go witch hunt somebody because somebody on a video said that they don't like them or that they're a bad person. But he tried to use a video complaining about hate mobs to create a hate mob.
Listen to me! I'm kind of retarded.
The mom mentality video is back up now, but it's still freaking hilarious. Also back up is a stream Rich of ReviewtechUSA did, breaking down a video from The Verge. It was a how to build a PC video that was done extremely poorly. A lot of misinformation, and if you followed the instructions in the video, you could even end up accidentally bricking your PC before you even try and boot it up. Rich was one of the many people criticizing this video because it was so inaccurate and somehow still made it through The Verge's editors and producers that are supposed to check all this stuff before it goes up. He wasn't the only one to receive a strike though. There was at least one other. Now Rich's live stream breakdown of The Verge video was fair use, and he did win his dispute, but I do worry that one day soon, someone's not gonna win, and they're gonna pay heavily because of this stupid automated or manual flagging system that is so easily abused. Like, maybe the system just allows a strike to stand, even though it's completely invalid. The bottom line for me is that there's been a lot of false strikes, claims, and even channel terminations lately, and it seems like they're getting more and more frequent. This is a huge issue, not just because creators are losing money or anything like that, but this is actually a legal system. This is abuse of copyright law. This system is actually in place to protect artists like musicians who make a music video and then put it online so that somebody else doesn't upload their video to their own Facebook page and make money off of it. It's not so that you can claim a 12-year-old that wanted to sing his favorite song a cappella into the mirror with the camera rolling. Wake me up! I can't wake up! Okay, so maybe I'm not 12 years old, but that's not the point. The system was put in place to stop things like re-uploaders, people that are uploading full content, like actual full content, not people that are just commenting on the content or reviewing content. That is what fair use is for. You're just abusing the system. At this point, it almost seems like the system is being used for the complete opposite purpose. Just claiming anything and everything they can. UMG, Sony, and many other companies are just taking things way too far. In one final story, YouTube has been insta-banning a lot of people's accounts for things like Club Penguin and Pokemon Go. Not even abusing the strike system like they did with Monkey Jones, just flat out terminating their accounts. So it turns out that the letters CP are being used as code for child, which I guess YouTube never in their wildest dreams thought the letters C and P would be next to each other for any other reason, just possibly at all. Don't you dare ever use Chris Pratt's initials in YouTube's presence. C and P never go together. And because of this, it made it okay for YouTube to start banning anybody that used the letters C and P frequently enough for their algorithm. Even though it stands for combat points, and I'm not quite sure what it stands for with Club Penguin. I've been racking my brain and can't figure out what Club Penguin could possibly... Now I'd like to take this time to formally beg YouTube to stop automating every freaking little thing. With something like this, it should definitely have been manually reviewed after it was flagged by a bot. The fact that you're just automatically terminating the channels is just downright insane and stupid. Not to mention, apparently neither Trainer Tips nor Mystic 7 received any kind of contact before or after their channels were reinstated. They complained about it being terminated, they disputed the termination, nothing. They got no response from anybody, but they did get an email saying that their channel was back up. But that's the automated email when your channel goes back up. It wasn't an actual contact information to explain what happened to them. They had to figure it out on their own. They only review people's channels manually when someone raises a stink about it after something like this. I feel like it's only a matter of time till you really mess up and delete something you shouldn't. Like Will Smith's YouTube channel. On second thought, go ahead and delete it. No one really cares.